Everybody, it's Jerry's back. Another episode of Grindcast. What are you looking at, motherfucker?
We'd have a lot of concerns, Jerry. This is an intervention.
What?
You gotta start eating things other than Lucky Charms.
There is only one.
Have you ever tried picking up a bottle of water?
What the fuck is that? Does that have sugar in it?
And not just drinking the leftover milk from your Lucky Charms bowls of cereal.
I had water once, I had to squirt a whole bottle of Mio in it.
Get a little, or the whole case.
You guys ever spoon eat the dried, like, iced tea mix?
I just started laughing before you had finished that sentence. I was like, where the hell is this guy? You guys ever spoon? I'm like, wait, what?
No.
No.
Do you ever spoon? Because I probably will never be able to. Unless I pay for it.
You're a Big Dipper, eh, Jerry? This is a hell of a way to start a show, right?
It's the perfect way to start a show.
I think so.
I want Jerry back
Jerry's
more
around.
often.
Yeah. Jerry's a great guest star.
Jerry's good.
See you, Jerry.
So who else is here besides Jerry?
The star of the show, Will.
Matt? Matt's here, the unfunny guy.
And Jason.
And who?
I'm not doing it.
And handsome Jason.
I swear to God. We're not doing
Look at
it.
it, your cheeks are turning red, if I can see it.
I will cut all my flesh off.
And I'll eat it.
Hold on there, Jerry.
Don't you tell me you're not my dad. He's downstairs watching back. We just gotta keep Jerry quiet. We can move on with the show for a little
Give
bit.
him a box of fucking, a trough, excuse me, of Lucky Charms.
Trough. Go get a trough of ho-hos.
Sprinkle some Twinkies on top.
Sprinkle them. Crack up the Twinkies and sprinkle them on top. So,
Garnish.
like we always do, we're gonna get right into the news. This was also requested, and it's on here as a news topic. We'll talk about Street Fighter V's virtual money system.
Yeah. Basically, Street Fighter V, when it comes out, extra content's going to be, well, I guess, you only really need to do is buy the disc. You can earn everything else through playing the game.
In-game money.
In-game money by fighting and grinding your way through, I guess. Or you can be a lazy bastard and
Pay to win.
Pay to win. You can pay for it. But I think it's great. Like, I remember, like, years ago playing some of the early Tekken games where you had to play round after round after round after round to unlock things. And, I think it's cool that they're bringing it back because it's got replay value then.
It certainly does. It's just like in Smash Brothers. It used to be you had to unlock new characters, beat the game certain ways or do certain things, and you get to fight them and unlock them. And then later games, like you said, you play the game and you could buy characters like in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I really like this idea because not only are you getting the DLC for free if you're actually willing to play the game, which if you're buying Street Fighter V, I'm assuming you really like it, and you're gonna put the time in to get that money to buy this DLC.
I would hope so, because, I mean, this is one of those games where it's a certain market that buys it. I mean, there's not too many casual fans anymore that pick up these games. It's more the hardcore fans. And, yeah, I could see somebody, like, spending a ton of time to unlock, something for, like, a Kuma or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like, a different color Blanca or something.
What about you, Matt? What do you have to say?
I don't really like Street Fighter. I don't know. I'm just an advocate of the whole, like, getting a game without having to fucking, I don't know. Like, I understand, like, I like the idea, like you said, that it starts to feel like it's an actual achievement once again. It's not just like, oh, well,
I bought all this.
Here's another character pack. And it, it's like, oh, good, so now my $60 game's now $80. It's like you can at least actually earn it this time. I don't know, just the factor that it's in there that you can pay to buy this shit still irks me.
Yeah, it does me too. But I also think this whole thing is kind of a little jab at Mortal Kombat. Because Mortal Kombat had
A little jab.
so much downloadable content.
It's a $190 game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's up over $100, and it's just ridiculous. So for Street Fighter to come out and say, you know what, you don't have to buy anything else.
I wish Street Fighter though would get some like pop culture characters in it, like Mortal Kombat did though. Because
I feel like they may be out of place though.
Yeah.
Is it any more out of place than?
I really don't feel like
in a world where somebody can put an axe in your face, break your spine, throw you to the ground, you get right back up.
Well, even in Soul Calibur, I had a little bit of a problem with some of the characters that went in Soul Calibur. I did not think that Spawn
was a good choice.
I don't understand why Heihachi's in it at all.
Because
it's the eyebrows.
Yeah, that's true.
He fights with his Tekken.
Yeah,
his fighting spirit.
That's his weapon.
He was like the worst of those three too.
And of course, that's the one I had because I had.
Oh
the PS2.
yeah, because
feel sorry for you.
Well, for PS2 at that time, the cup runneth over for them, but then they gave you the shittiest special features in their games. But I don't know. Will I probably ever play Street Fighter V? Maybe when it's free for gold. I don't know. I played 4, and for about 10 minutes, I was happy.
Yeah.
And then after a while, after I went through all the characters, like in the training mode, and I was like, it's just like everything I've already played before. Which is kind of like why a lot of people go apeshit over Mortal Kombat games and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, it is kind of essentially the same game, but they do bring new things to it.
Like the X-rays and whatnot that they recently added.
Like, even though they do bring some new things to Street Fighter now and again, it still kind of just feels like Street Fighter at, like, the Capcom versus Marvel stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Capcom versus...
yeah. It kind of just still feels like that Street Fighter with a different coat of paint on it.
Because it looks like paint.
Well, yeah, this new one looks like fucking cake and paint. I feel like, this is what they should bring Clay Fighter back now.
They've
got the... God damn it! Like, did they decide that right now?
No, I actually read about that there was... I think they
Son of a bitch.
They made sure they had the copyright.
Clay Fighter Unreal 4.5.
That they were going to redo it. But I don't know.
God damn it.
I want photorealistic.
I want Clay Fighter versus Balls 3D.
Well, if they do Clay Fighter, I think they should get Rankin and Bass to let them use Rudolph and Yukon Cornelius and
totally. I want to actually play as I forgot his name. The singer.
Burl Ives.
Yeah, I actually want to play as a Clay version of Burl Ives.
You want to play as Burl Ives the Snowman.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Why didn't you play as
if you don't, you're not a true American.
Meisterburger.
Yeah, that guy had problems.
He hated kids.
All right, we got to save this for the Christmas episode.
Yes.
I'm going to start with this topic because then it will then dovetail into another topic, a much more homosexual topic. Jurassic World, as of right now, has now made more money than the Avengers in its total box office ranking. And it's still not over because it's still out in theaters in some markets, and then you have, when it goes down into the cheaper theaters, like those revenues still count before its box office closes. So the speculation is that it might come close to, I'm trying to remember what it's the third highest ranking movie right now grossing. It's Titanic, and I can't remember what the other one was. But they're saying it could reach numbers close to those. Right now it made $1.52 billion worldwide.
That is a lot of money.
61 million, I think, was No, I'm sorry. I had that completely wrong. Never mind. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing with this show.
You moving decimals around? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm moving decimals around. It had the highest opening weekend since the first Avengers movie, which was the biggest box office records ever.
Yeah, and then it became the highest box office at something billion.
Yep.
And
since something oh, go ahead.
Well,
before I was like, please say something before I gotta, please.
I'm not totally surprised by this because I feel as though Jurassic World reaches a larger audience in a way than the Avengers does.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get an older demographic that'll go see it because those people were a little younger when the first ones came out, and they want to see an updated version.
And what they did to this was brilliant because they were making this movie, and they're like, "Yeah, 2 and 3 has nothing to do."
It was smart.
It was a really good idea. They didn't mention anybody else besides just Hammond.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't bring up. I think they might have mentioned Dr. Grant once or something.
I was going to say, people would probably be up in arms if they didn't mention him at all.
Yeah, I think they mentioned Grant once or so, but like they didn't play back to those other 2 movies at all, which was very smart.
But do you feel that this kind of box office revenue is going to be an increasing trend? Because there's a lot of big budget movies going to be coming out, and I feel like they are also going to do very well.
See, I'm going to say no, just because of the fact that this past weekend we had Ant-Man come out. It was a big release, but it's not making the numbers that I feel it should, because it was a really, really good movie.
Yeah. I mean, I really like Captain America. I don't think that did too well.
No, it didn't really do that well.
Well, I felt that was a very good movie.
But
a lot of people are going to go see Infinity Wars. They're going to go see Batman vs. Superman. When the Justice League movie comes out in, 2050?
Yeah.
Well, people are going to go see that. Yes, 2050.
2050, yeah.
Alright.
I might not even be alive in 2050. I don't even know.
We know Jerry won't be.
DC is taking too long.
Watch your mouth.
With modern science, Jerry will be us for a long, long time.
Alright.
I've got 50 pills I take. I'll be fine.
We'll put his head inside a jar. Everything's good.
We're like Futurama. Put me on a robot body and get me in the theater.
God damn it.
Yeah, I think the thing with Jurassic World was I think it was the right movie at the right time because, like I said in last week's show, when we were discussing if we're burning out on comic films, and I think a lot of the blockbusters over the last several years have been pretty much comic films.
Mostly, yeah. They've mostly all been comics.
And so to have something blockbuster that came out that's a little bit different, like I said, I think it's bringing in larger.
It was a breath of fresh air, yeah. And I hope that this would show other directors and stuff that maybe trying something a little different isn't a bad idea right now.
It certainly isn't.
I mean, you don't have to exactly go back to a 90s or 80s franchise to try and make your billions off of it, but it doesn't all have to be superheroes.
Right.
Which I'd be all for. I love superheroes as much, more than anybody. I'm a really big comic book fan and all that kind of stuff, but it does get to a point where you're just like, enough.
Could I get a different franchise or something?
It's enough. You've changed most of all the characters that I liked. It's just like...
It's true.
So...
But you can't wait till Peter Parker's brought in and he's a small Asian girl.
Well... that might be a good weekend for me and Jerry. So... God damn it.
Going on.
So what...
Yeah, so...
Goddamn Thailand.
Yes!
Go ahead. Jason brought this topic. Go ahead.
I was on Kotaku, which I am mostly sometimes.
That's the only place you get news from.
Not always.
It's the only place I ever hear you get news from.
Because they have really out there stuff. Like
apparently.
This, for example.
Very,
Apparently, there's a Thai company that has taken Jurassic World and turned it into a gay porno. Okay. Now, I didn't watch anything, but
spoiler alert.
So you can't truly speculate on that.
What do you
site? There's GIFs and images, and the dinosaurs are just Thai men dressed in these
really bad velociraptor
just so
costumes.
Bad costumes.
One of them gets hit in the dick with a high heel shoe.
Yeah, from a woman. I don't know why she's in it.
A man-woman.
I guess. I don't know.
It was a guy dressed up
Thai
like a
lady
woman.
boy.
Yeah. Was it Tim Curry?
Could have been. He hasn't been in anything lately. He was over in Thailand trying to save gorillas.
The thing is it doesn't really surprise me that somebody's doing this. It surprises me that it from the stuff you showed me, it looked extremely low quality.
Oh, it's such
almost
low
like
quality.
It's just guys in their backyard.
It really does.
In more than one way.
I really hope this doesn't become a trend in Thailand to just,
Well, if it is, it's not going to affect me. I knew nothing about it until today.
Why are you hoping this isn't a trend in Thailand?
Because I don't want to hear more about, now we have...
Don't look for it!
I didn't look for this. I just happened to be on the site where it's like, hey, there's a Jurassic World gay porn.
Why would you let it affect you this much? Like, if Thailand just be like, that was going to be Batman plowing Superman. Be like, damn you, Taiwan, you're ruining my life.
No, that is not canon.
It's not canon.
Stop it.
It's got to be your butcher. Wait.
Like I said, this didn't affect me at all before today. It won't affect me tomorrow, but it's interesting to note that people are making home movies in their backyards in Thailand having sex with rubber dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yeah. But what interests me even more is if all of them were straight and they were just doing it to try and make money. Like they just
Why
felt
would that
like
interest you more?
Because you're kind of you're put into that situation then where you're just like, maybe there needs to be a documentary of these guys. Like they're all down and out, all their buds, because nothing's going right. And they're like, this is the only thing we got left.
God damn it.
We gotta ride the ass of something that's doing good by riding your ass.
Pause.
That needs a documentary.
You sound like the Vince Lombardi of gay porn. It's like, we're gonna go out there and succeed.
You need a cigar, Matt?
Vince Lombardi smoked. I should just stop. I'm hurting you physically. I can see you. Every time I open my mouth, it just looks like you're dying.
He's laughing so much at the jokes of apparently the unfunny one.
You're just like, every time you talk, I feel like you're just ruining everything. I can just see it in you. You're just like the life is gone.
It's gone. That spark is extinguished.
That flame that once was there is just a smoldering... I'm sorry I'm ruining the show. I'm really trying.
Can we get off?
I'm really trying.
Yeah,
all I got's gay Jurassic World jokes. I got nothing else.
Let's leave that back.
There's nothing else good in the news anymore.
We're done with the gay Jurassic World.
Why do you go to Kotaku?
It's hilarious.
Because it's Japanese for news site.
Yeah. It's Japanese for gay porn with dinosaurs.
Well, I think that's different. But...
No, it's... Yeah.
The funny thing is, I found that right along with the fucking Ukraine Stinger thing. It was like 2 articles away from each other.
Speaking of, go into your next topic.
Yeah, I will.
That's a segue.
Yeah, there you go. You're doing it better than I can.
Anyway, Ukrainian rebels planted a cache of weapons to be found by the Ukraine government. And what they found were assault rifles, rations, claymores, RPGs, and stingers.
All with the United States logo all over them.
And stingers, which are anti-aircraft rocket launchers, okay? But they used the model from Battlefield 3's stingers to model their fake stingers after. And then just left them in boxes that we've not used for like 30 years.
I wish they would have uncovered this stuff and Stark Industries logo would have been over everything.
Stark Industries is creating low-budget stingers.
Yeah. Because they might misinterpret our movies and they think there's a real Stark Industries making our weapons. Like, look, they're invading. Like, stop it, Ukraine.
And the news company that found it, recorded all the stuff or whatever, were the ones that are backing the Ukrainian rebels.
Oh, so Fox News. Sorry, Fred, I know you love Fox News.
News Corp. Fox News Corp.
Fox News Corp.
But there was just so many, obvious things that were not real about these weapons. Like, instead of tracking trainer on the Stinger, it said tracking Rainer.
Yeah. Totally just...
Which...
Dead giveaway.
Which, if you, like, see the models in the game...
Well, okay, and then this is what gets to me about that, because now I can understand that, you know, maybe you make an honest mistake translating language and stuff, maybe, you know, but you can have a picture of something here and the thing that you're making next to it and realize, hey, there's a shape missing.
I mean, it's basic, like,
choice.
Preschool, yeah.
There's a shape missing.
There's a shape missing here.
Yeah, but they, like, instead of going to, like, an actual site, why would you go to DICE's video game and model yourself after that? It's kind of realistic,
and that's the thing is, like, why would they go at that anyway? Because we don't hide anything that our military has.
Oh, you can
for the most part. For the most part.
You can find legitimate pictures of actual U.S. military using Stingers, the crates that they come in, all this stuff. And instead of going to those sites, they went to Battlefield.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Ernest carved a more realistic AK out of soap in jail than these guys made for this fucking video. It was ridiculous. And that's the thing, like, yeah, like you said, they're brushing off, like, what would be the dust that they found on this thing. But, like, it was one swipe to get all the dust away. So it's just kind of like, yeah, that's been there for a long time. And then they bring it all out, pile it up all nice and neat, like they're taking, like, photos for fucking, like, a fucking drug bust or something. And they're like, oh, look, USA, you know, like they're pointing at all the logos. Like, here's the rations. It's like, what the fuck would we be hiding rations in a cave?
What accent was that?
I don't know. You do a Ukrainian accent. Right now, do it. Here's the mic. Ukrainian, go.
Do it.
Go, do it.
Ukrainian accent?
Fuck you. That's Russian.
Wait a minute.
No, I want a different accent.
You gotta have a different dialect.
Yeah.
It's like your dialect is wrong.
Oh, it's something different, damn it.
Like Special K, but with strawberries.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's a blueberry morning. But, yeah. It looked terrible.
Yeah.
It was so staged. And the funny thing is that as they're going into the cave that has all this shit in it, there's a tripwire for an explosion. Which they buried so well that if you didn't know it was there, you really wouldn't have found it. And then, like, in the very beginning, they're there just like, oh, tripwire, you know, they're pointing at it, and all this. So they get everybody out of the way, and they pull the tripwire so it explodes, and then they get in there. That's the only trap the United States government would have set up for secret hidden weaponry over in Ukraine.
It's one tripwire.
It's just one fucking tripwire and an open door.
No guards anywhere.
No.
We got highly expensive Stinger missiles. Just
and again,
sitting
like,
in a cave.
Yeah, and again, like I said, why the fuck would we store MREs under the ground? Plus, I've never seen our MREs in person, but correct me if I'm wrong, but do we print the United States logo all over them? Like it's our branding? This is the USA MREs?
USA brand. Except nothing else.
Except nothing else.
100% USA grade.
I don't get it.
It's so fucking weird.
All right. I'm going to throw one more news topic into here, and this is the one I wanted to get at, and try and get this one quick. I saw this on Facebook this morning, and I think it's been around for a couple days now. There is a company, well, not a company, I'm just going to say it's a group that specializes in eating disorders, and they recently did a campaign where they took a lot of popular female video characters and gave them what they quote,
have to be female.
Because fuck guys, you know.
We get fat too.
I know. Some of us get handsome.
One of the most famous video game characters of all time was a little overweight.
Yeah, exactly. But so they get these female characters and they give them what
Pac-Man.
Which makes no sense. He ate a lot of fruit.
Thought you were referring to Cubert.
I don't know.
That was the best impression I've ever heard on this show. That's better than my Jerry impression.
That's not an impression. He's a real man. He comes in all the time.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He's out there right now on the couch.
Yeah, I see him.
Sleeping it off.
I think he took a bite out of my laptop.
I'm going to have to burn that couch.
Wheeling a new couch. It looks exactly the same.
So, yeah, this group did that. And, you know, what they said, they were quote-unquote realistic pictures of what women would really look like.
Look,
I hate that they did this. I'm all for equality. I've said this in every show where there's something that comes up with this. I'm all for equality of any shape, size, gender, whatever. There's, like, you know, if it's to help people deal with fat shaming, as it's now being coined, fine. Whatever. Keep it in your group. You don't have to put it out there on Facebook. You don't have to, you know, basically say like
dragons into like video games.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. It's just like, this is what, you know, because they had one of like Lara Croft.
Well, yeah, and I knew that's where they were going.
It's like, yeah, I can't, like, bringing Lara Croft up is like bringing Barbie up for the argument for action figures.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, yeah, whatever. But they did one off of the girl from Grand Theft Auto, the one in the bikini that's holding the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. That's actually modeled off of a
Kate
real fucking
Upton.
person.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's not her.
I thought it was Kate Upton.
No, it was some other model or whatever.
They're all the same.
I don't remember her name. But it's modeled off of a real person. From head to toe. And then they made it fat. Because that's more realistic. They had the blonde from DOA on there.
Which one?
I don't know. The one that always wears cowboy shit.
I actually know who you're talking about. I still don't know.
I don't remember her name.
It doesn't matter.
But the picture that, like, and you guys can look all this up, the picture they did for her was just ridiculous. Like, she had what I consider to be a normal person's figure, except for maybe her chesticles. Yeah, there it is. Look at how big they made her. And that's realistic.
First of all, I love how they went with the Lara Croft from the Polygon age.
Yeah. And this, like, when I saw this is the argument I came up with in my head. All these people, all these characters in these games.
Why did they use Cortana?
Yeah, they use Cortana.
Why?
All these characters in these games should have decent figures when you think about it, because A, they're either fighting all the time, or B, like Lara Croft, you're basically gymnasticking your way through fucking ruins.
Yeah.
You know,
I love how they use Sonya Blade when she is in the military and they would not allow her to get fat.
Exactly.
She'd stay exercising and running.
And Cortana's a computer program.
This whole thing
just seems like it's just to rile shit up. Because several years ago, Playboy did a spread about girls of video games, where they like had like nude, quote unquote.
Yeah, they had blood rain in there.
And you know, and it was, you know, such a big, you know, deal. But yet, like, that's sexist. I'm like, wait a minute, okay, so a magazine that sells its magazines primarily on naked models is taking video games and making them naked, and it's sexist?
Yeah.
That made no sense to me, that was an argument for that. But this here just, it makes no sense to me. Like, there are people that do look like that. Not everybody, I get that. I mean, not everybody's gonna look.
See, and this is the thing I love, like, the pictures of what they shopped is more realistic, and I'm like, I'm sorry, my wife's more fit than the people that they say are realistic, so my wife is unrealistic?
It just looks like it just
are
looks
you kidding me?
It just looks like people were having fun with Photoshop and made an article out of it, is really what it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, and I think Jason and I talked about this somewhat when I drove you home last week, is that the big argument when there's stuff like this, it's always about the women characters. And I'm like, the men characters are just as, unrealistically proportioned than a regular guy is anyway. Mm-hmm. And there were some people I was that I read comments to this, and they're like, yeah, okay, so let's see what Kratos would look like as a real guy. Let's see what Dante would look like as a real guy. Like, let's go down the list. What would Chris Redfield look like as a real guy? And he did look like a real guy in the first fucking game.
Yeah, he did.
He looked exactly like he should. And then they turned him into 300-pound, all muscle,
Yeah.
boulder crushing.
Yeah, I want to
monster.
see. I want to see a picture of Kratos with a dad bod.
Yeah. It would look great, too, because he'd still be wearing sandals.
Yeah.
Give him a mug.
You know what? Wait a minute.
It's chained to his wrist.
That's my Halloween costume now. I gave it away right here.
I respect that choice. You win.
Oh, we gotta get you a bald cap. It's gonna be great. Dad bod Kratos.
I mean, think about it even this way.
I love it. This is why you're the best on the show.
About video game, I mean, about comic characters. Everybody's supposed to look like Batman now.
Yeah, it's true.
It's ridiculous.
And Batman is like proportioned ridiculous. Like in the Arkham games, it's like he's when you like. I thought this like in Arkham Asylum, the very first game. You're like. There's
no
some
way he would
hallways
fit.
you turn down. I'm like, you're as wide as the fucking hallway.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, because I'm like, he would never fit in those fucking...
No.
Those vets.
No.
You could
Not at all.
in those.
No.
He's
I
a
just
mammoth
believe
man. It's ridiculous. He's a mountain of man.
And he's moving around like he weighs 150.
Yeah.
Just gliding through the air.
But really, you'd be like, what is this overroided beast doing flying in the air? Hiding up on gargoyles, choking people.
Crush those things, man.
Well, yeah, and I'd like to see a realistic anybody from Gears of War.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But the thing about that is they explain that, these people were like, scientifically designed to be like this.
Oh yeah. Well.
Yeah, like super soldier serum.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see pre-Marcus Phoenix before he got injected like Captain America in that movie. I'd like to see him as like a really skinny guy. Like a little 12-year-old manlet running around.
Like Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Looks like Macaulay Culkin.
That's to be more realistic.
Yeah.
Or a real fat Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like his guts just hanging out of his freaking armor and everything. God damn it. The internet is the cause and solution to all the world's problems. Like alcohol.
Glad we could be a part of it.
Hopefully we're a solution. So...
You got request topics?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to just host a show from now on? Everybody likes you. All right. Let's get into this. What do we got here? I want to do Will's wife, Liza, gave us a topic. I got to get to it here on our site. Here we go. Are there any shows, movies, games that everyone is going crazy over right now that you are just not into? She gave an example. People go nuts over Game of Thrones, and I haven't been tempted to check it out. I'm completely with her on Game of Thrones. Like, when it first came out, I was kind of like interested, and now I know I'm like 5 seasons out, and it's like, fuck it.
Like, I don't really have any interest in Orange is the New Black.
No, I don't either. Which is funny because I heard a lot of people talk about that, and I don't really hear it much anymore. So I don't know. I heard a lot of people talk about House of Cards, and I don't know if I'm going to watch that either.
No, I did go in and watch House of Cards. I went all in.
All in.
The American or the British?
The American one. Kevin Spacey. Kicking ass. And I watched them. They went through them pretty quickly. They were like, it was like eating bite-sized candies. I just was like, next.
He's candy. He's candy.
Yeah, I went through them pretty quickly, but
That's kind of how I went through Breaking Bad.
which is now I've just started that.
Very good show.
But yeah, the first two that immediately come to mind are Game of Thrones and Orange is the New Black, and one that I think Jason's going to mention. I agree with you on that one too.
And he's not going to know it right now.
I'm reading this article. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, I've not watched Doctor Who since I think season 1, and I started that on Netflix years and
Like
years ago.
season 1 of Doctor 1?
Yeah,
Jesus.
like, legitimate.
You've got
first
half
Doctor.
a million shows you're not going to watch.
But I don't really feel like getting into it right now because I kind of feel like
I'm on the same
It's-
boat as you.
really like fan servicey.
Yeah, well, until this recent season where they're like, here's an old guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all the women are like, no! I need a hot British dude.
I've watched a few episodes, and I'm not a big fan of Scandal.
Never seen it.
People go crazy over that, and like I'm just like meh.
Like when it was really popular, a lot of people told me to watch True Blood, and I was like, no, sorry.
I've seen with my one ex like 1 or 2 episodes, and I'm like, this is not an entertaining show at all.
I saw clips of an episode, and I said, this looks like a really bad soap opera. Like, yeah. It even looked filmed that way. Like, I don't know, like soap operas are the only shows that had like that weird look to the film of it.
They put
you know what I get? Like
on the lens.
Yeah,
Smear it real heavy.
It kind of had that look to it, like you
There's
know, like
haze in the room.
Like 4K 60 frames a second looks like right now. Like it looked super fake. Like it was on a set and you could tell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
As far as games go,
I have never really jumped on the Call of Duty bandwagon.
Same here.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? I fell for it once and bought Black Ops, the first one. And I was like, eh.
See, my roommate had World at War, which I played a little bit of. I tried to play the zombies online once, and I was in a lobby with 3 kids that would just I like tried to say something to like communicate where things were happening, and the one guy's like, "Oh, your mom, blah blah blah." I was like, "Oh my god, this is the worst idea I've ever had."
See, did you actually get like an American? Yeah. Anytime I went on, it was all British kids.
No, it was an American kid. But
I swear, every time I went on, like, I'm 13 prestige. You don't talk to me. I'm like, what the fuck? Every time, what is my luck?
But yeah, like I played.
Shut up, you wanker.
I played a little bit of that and the first Modern Warfare, which the campaign was alright, but I never played the online. But other than that, I've really never like jumped on the Call of Duty bandwagon. I didn't find the multiplayer to be interesting, and the campaigns were alright, I guess.
And since you brought that up, because this is a game series to me that's getting as bad as Call of Duty, I am not jumping on any new Assassin's Creed game. Unless they decide, hey, we're going to not make them once a year. We're going to take our time. We're going to make something good.
2 a quarter.
Yeah. Because it kind of sucks because the new one they're working on has a decent premise because it's like back in the, like, what's that time period? Like the Jack the Ripper time period.
It's like 1800s.
1800, yeah.
Yeah, England.
I didn't know if there was like a...
Victorian England.
Victorian time, yeah. Which when they announced that, I was like, that's kind of a cool thing, because a lot of interesting things happen in that time period. And it's a little bit more modern and everything, so it's like, that seemed interesting to me, and they're like...
to make the Wild West
yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
And then they're like, release date, you know, I'm like, fuck me. I'm not playing it, because all it's gonna be is like, hey, you're gonna look like, you know... You're gonna just look like this guy with really big bushy sideburns climbing up fucking church steeples looking out over everything. Be like, oh look, I can buy a new shirt over there.
You just described it pretty well, yeah.
That's all it ever is. It's like, oh, I can buy shirts there, I can buy swords over there, and there's a boat over there I can get on and then sail for years.
God damn it.
You know, and in 3, the sailing part that they added in was really cool. And a lot of people gave them good press for that. And they're like, awesome. We're going to make a game that's all you do.
That's all it is.
And then we're going to make
fuck you.
Well, and then they kind of changed, like, how you did the dogfighting with the ships, you know? It was just kind of like, it was fun in the first one. Now you just made it like, there's certain vessels that are just impossible no matter what your level is.
Yeah, I just like, no.
And like, right off the bat in that thing, they're like, take down the British ships so you can get metal. But like, didn't you just tell me 3 seconds ago not to fight the British warships because they're way stronger than I am? Now I gotta go fight them?
You want to get stronger.
Yeah. Well, we need metal. Why? 'Cause you need it.
I can't go to a mine and get my own metal.
Can't buy it.
Yeah. What about all this billions of dollars I have? Can I just buy it somewhere? I've just been finding it in treasure chests on every island I pass.
It's not really a series, but just a general type of game is MOBAs. I've not played this. I don't think I ever will.
MOBAs?
Yeah, like Dota 2, League of Legends.
Oh. MMOBO.
Oh.
MMO RPGs.
No. They're not MMOs. MOBAs are, I can't remember what the fucking
I thought that was the name of the boss in the water temple.
Morpha. MOBAs are like, it's usually like 5-on-5 or whatever. Lane-based. Lane-based hero combat.
Jurassic
like,
World.
What's it called? That new game by Blizzard, which is like a hero shooter. It's similar to it.
World of Warcraft.
No. Can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it's like stolen almost completely from Battleborn, which I mentioned.
Oh yeah, I know what that is. Yeah,
and I've watched my roommate play it. It's entertaining to watch, I guess, but I don't think I'd ever want to really play it.
Angry Birds.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
That's all
I beat the first game.
I got so frustrated with that, and I'm just like, you know what? If a game's frustrating me so much that I'm not having fun anymore, I'm done.
You know what? I'd love to do a Let's Play of this just so I can see you get frustrated playing Angry Birds.
I'm like swearing at the pigs and stuff, and I'm like, you fell off. Why did you not fucking explode? And I get like all angry.
You know, I had a great time with that game until they started introducing the green boomerang birds. And then that's when it just started going way downhill for me. Because then it started being like, oh, here, we need you to thread the needle through here so you hit this one and then that's where the bomb goes off. It's like, I can't steer this. I'm playing this on a fucking touchscreen. I'm supposed to steer this shit.
Does anybody else remember a Flash game where like you shot a cat out of a cannon?
No.
I'm sure it's on Newgrounds.
Anyway, that's what...
Shout out to Newgrounds.
That's what always kind of
Thanks,
reminded
Tom
me
Falk.
of, except you weren't like shooting... You were just shooting it for distance. You weren't
Yeah,
really-
see how far you can shoot the cat out of a cannon. Yeah.
Reminds me of a home run contest from Smash Brothers.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's kind of overrated in my opinion.
Especially
Overrated?
if you use
Yeah.
the
Smash Brothers are...
No,
Yoshi
the
trick.
home run part.
Use the Yoshi trick.
It doesn't work anymore. It hasn't worked since Melee.
Yeah.
But that's all I remember about that was the
Yoshi
trick.
Maguire.
It only works if you buy the Yoshi amiibo.
Now it's like, I saw this video of somebody doing with Ganondorf, and they're like launching the sandbag like 100,000 feet. It's insane.
Well, that's pointless.
I hold the world record.
You hold the world record.
Not me. I'm just,
Oh, okay.
Like, where's your plaque?
Yeah, I'm like, of course, because you're Jason. You do everything
I'm
better
giving
than
an
anybody
example
else.
of what the person that would do it, like, oh, I'm gonna do a home run contest because of that.
I see.
I'm bad at it. I'm terrible at it. I think my highest is like 60,000,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, I got another good one. Dark Souls 3 was announced. I could care two shit. I could give two shits.
I'm gonna have to buy that.
I watched a video where it was, I think it was on, I forget what the channel was, but it was like Gerard the Completionist was on there. It was Game Theory. And it was the guy who hosts Game Theory. And they were having a discussion over if Dark Souls sucked. And Gerard hated the game. And the guy who hosted Game Theory loved the game. And they were going back and forth. And I had to side with Gerard on a lot of it because he's like, you know, the guy who loved the game's like, oh, it gives you the challenge by not telling you anything, and da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, yes, but that's what games are for, is to give you a complete narrative to let you know why you're there, what the hell you're doing it for, and why the controls work, you know,
See,
how everything works.
I will agree with yes. I would prefer a more solid story in the game, but I don't really need them. I mean, as long as I have like, this button does this button does that, I'm fine with that. I don't need you to like explain, hey.
Now, see, I'm fine with that too, but I also don't want to be fucking lied to, as in the item screen menus when you're trying to upgrade your characters.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like, oh, put it into dexterity. I'm like, well, what does dexterity do for my class? Well, you'll never know unless you look it up. And like, you play a mage and you think, in all other RPGs, I need dexterity for my magic, and I need, like, clairvoyance for this and that, and in this game, those do nothing for you. At all. dexterity might help you out a tad. It might help you when you put on heavy armor and you fat roll too much. But other than that...
Gotta keep that stamina high.
Yeah. So fuck it. I see every new Dark Souls that comes out, I look at it and go, that looks cool. I might like to play that, but I know I'm going to get 5 minutes in, frustrated, throw the fucking game out. So I'm not buying into it again. That's the same thing I saw with Bloodborne when that came out. I was like, this game looks fantastic. I love the creature designs.
Bloodborne
I love, bad. Yeah, I love the time period it's in. I'm going to play for 5 minutes and throw the fucking game out.
Maybe we should make that a segment.
Yeah. Games Matt throws out after 5 minutes of playing it. Get into the tutorial. This sucks. Throw it out. That's what I almost did with Thief.
God damn it.
So we'll go into another request topic here to end the show out. Fred gave us a couple, but I'll do this one first. He demanded this one to be discussed. Who are the YouTube / internet critics for movies, video games, etc. that you despise? Who do you think is the total worst?
Like I was saying earlier, I don't know enough to hate anybody. The ones I know are the ones that I enjoy.
All right, well then you can sit there, be handsome, and read articles like you've been.
I have no input. I mean, I'll talk to you guys about it, but I can't be like, yeah, I hate this guy.
I mean, gotcha. There's guys already that I've listened to that like their voices kind of annoy me a little bit, but like the one that I think I like the least out of what I've seen is Continue. Which is they're more Let's Play. They're not really reviewers.
Which I feel real bad for them because they do work in conjunction with JonTron, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah, JonTron's fun.
But they just do not catch the magic that other YouTubers manage to get out there because they're just, I don't know, like they're not funny on their own unless somebody else is writing their scripts for them because they've made cameos on JonTron's videos and of course he wrote them into it and they're funny there.
Yeah.
But then you jump over to their channel thinking like, oh, it's going to be like this. And there's no skit stuff. It's just them flopping down a couch with the camera on them and them not being funny for like 40 minutes.
There's a guy who, he does a show called Turbo Views where he reviews every single TurboGrafx game that was released and some of the imports too. I like it because it's informative. His humor is horrible.
Yeah.
It's really forced and like really canned humor. And like, so really when I watch that, I just want to watch it to like see what, what's the game's all about. Because a lot of them I'll never be able to afford. So that's kind of cool. Nightwing used to do a show called Retro Mondays that I really enjoyed. Now he just basically does entirely just Batman stuff. And
that was the guy you showed me him. He was doing a Batman game when you showed me. Yeah,
he now does primarily all Batman stuff, and it's like meh.
Yeah. I had one and now I forgot. Damn it.
Hard brain.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy
every week
that did Five Nights at Freddy's you were talking about that your wife likes.
Yeah, my wife's gonna hate me for this, but okay. This stems like. I'm sure everybody knows what Five Nights at Freddy's is. If you don't, go on YouTube, just type in the word 5. It's probably going to be the first thing that shows up.
You can go to YouTube, just go to fucking Google.
Yeah.
Any search
engine, just type 5, it'll probably be the first goddamn thing that shows up. And you're going to find probably more videos on that than you will over, like, when, the princess of, over there has her baby. You're like, you'll have more videos of that than any important actual historical document ever.
Because we live in an age where you can just do whatever you want, put any video you want.
I'm kind of curious now what search more, Kate Middleton or Five Nights at Freddy's? I want to know the stuff.
I'm pretty sure it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
I want to know what's trending more for the last 5 months.
I'm going to say Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm putting my vote down for it.
Your goddamn vote.
My goddamn vote down for it.
Jeez.
And the thing, like, when the first game came out, I watched Markiplier. He played him, and he's one of my other favorite YouTubers.
Yeah, I like Markiplier as well.
He's really funny, and he made that entertaining. So the first game's made, fine, whatever. Let's make a second game. I'm like, okay, second game's fine, whatever. Then something started happening in the YouTube and internet communities. This game became so big that people then started sitting down trying to come up with theories as to who is this killer and who put the animatronics and all this fucking horse shit that doesn't need to exist. So,
I do something with your free time.
yeah. Well, this goes on for a while. Then my wife finds these guys called 8-Bit Gaming. And they have, like, both characters are named, both, like, reviewers are named Ryan, and they have this annoying intro to the shows that I can't fucking stand. And all they do is make videos about what they speculate is going to either happen in new Five Nights at Freddy's games, or what's currently happening in old to present Five Nights at Freddy's games. And that's pretty much it. Every now and then they play, like, a Let's Play of, like, Resident Evil 2.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it is, but still. So, I don't know. They kind of get on my nerves. DeviantArt gets on my nerves, too.
DeviantArt?
Yeah. Because DeviantArt ruined the game for me, because you have a game about all these scary people, and then the next thing you know, they've got...
not the website DeviantArt.
No, I just mean...
I know, I was there with you, man. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
I know. I'm kind of going off topic, but yeah. I'm sorry, when you have something that's a horror game, and you stimulate it too much, overanalyze it, it stops being scary. So then the next games come out, I'm just gonna be like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't even want to see it now.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying there.
It's like if someone spent, 5 years trying to figure out every hidden thing in Friday the 13th, even though there isn't.
Yeah. And Fred introduced me to Red Letter Media. I like most of their reviews. The half in the bag stuff is kind of eh. It's really hit or miss with that. So I'm just throwing that one out there. Anybody else? No.
Grindcast. Can't stand them.
Will you do reviews now?
What? Kind of.
Well, we made it to 50-some episodes, so I guess it was a good run.
We gave it a good run.
We tried.
The popular one doesn't like it anymore.
I want to apologize to my parents. And to Jerry. I'm not going to be able to buy your life-saving medicine anymore.
I don't think he's breathing.
It's probably
I like how you looked at it.
It's probably for the best.
Well, without the medicine, of course he's not going to be able to breathe.
We're drinking our own Kool-Aid right now.
Yeah.
I don't like Kool-Aid.
Well, how can you not?
Because I had too much of it as a kid, and now I don't like it at all.
Really?
I like how you're like, how can you not like Kool-Aid? Hashtag cultural difference.
Will's the one over here complaining he can't get lime Kool-Aid.
I can't get lime Kool-Aid. I'm pissed about it.
Pissed.
I'm pissed. I'm not paying to get it shipped in from overseas so I can have lime Kool-Aid.
God damn it.
I'm so angry.
It's like an Aquatine Hunger Force moment right now. I'm not paying for that Kool-Aid to get shipped from overseas just so some fat cat can sit on his ass.
God damn. Did you put that duck in the fridge? Of course I did. That's where I put it when it got shipped in from Al Saints.
Damn it.
Well, I'm running out of YouTube people that I can't stand.
For the most
because,
part, like, if I watched their videos and I didn't like them, I just moved on. I don't really remember them. Most of the ones that I'm subscribed to, I enjoy. I wouldn't subscribe to something I hate.
I know what you mean, because I watch Twitch every now and then, and I've gone to watch people play games, and it's like a game I want to watch, but then I watch them play, and either they're really, really fucking boring, or they're so bad at the game, I'm like, I don't want to watch you be bad at the game. I want to watch you be good.
Oh, that reminds me of one. Tobuscus. I can't stand him. He has a gaming channel.
Who's that?
Exactly. He's the guy with the Let's Play channel, and he's really annoying. So, that's one guy I can't stand. Look him up if you don't know who he is. You'll probably watch a video for a couple seconds and realize that I'm right.
Gene Shalit.
Does he have his own YouTube channel?
I doubt it, but
I'm subscribing.
I just had to name an old critic. So.
I'm subscribing. I know, I know one Fred's probably going to mention, and that's the Nostalgia Critic. He can't stand him.
Oh, okay. See, I don't mind him.
I can kind of see it. Like, he's entertaining to a point. When he does, like, his little skits where jokes that he writes that he thinks are just ridiculously funny.
Oh, yeah.
95% of them fall completely flat.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
But I feel like he has good points about the movies that he's talking about.
Yeah. I love the Sharknado review.
Oh, well, Cinema Snob's one of my favorite movie reviewers.
They joined together.
Although he doesn't really review current stuff very often.
He reviews some interesting stuff.
He'll probably review the Thai Jurassic World gay movie, though.
I hope so.
He probably will.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Because he did the E.T. porn.
He did Gay Racula.
Gay Racula,
I did not know there was an E.T. porn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's disgusting. E.T.'s a female in that one, so you can just kind of let your imagination run with that one.
Even better.
Yeah.
With that glowing finger.
Yes, that comes up.
That glowing finger.
That does make an appearance.
Oh, man. Did anybody have a glowworm when they were a kid?
Yeah,
No.
Of course.
Yeah.
No.
What did
Oh, that's right. You're young.
Did your parents not love you?
No.
What did you get for a glowworm?
Nothing.
They just put a glow stick inside of a paper towel roll?
I had nothing.
That's disappointment. It's just
grew
a
up with
nylon and a paper towel roll and a glow
I had
stick.
nothing.
Why the fuck would you want a glowworm? What does it do besides glow?
That's the point. It glows.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
need
cool.
light.
I don't need light.
Jason sleeps in the darkest of darkness.
I blot out the sun.
I don't need light.
I just think that's something like Bane would say. Like if this is a $10,000 pyramid, you'd be like, I don't need light. Like things Bane would say.
I was born in the dark.
All right, Sean Connery.
No, that's actually like, yeah. At first, when I heard his voice, I thought it was Sean Connery doing his voice.
That would have been so much better. I would have loved that movie.
That would be fantastic.
You got a Scottishman to play a Mexican.
I want some fan guy to re-edit it with Sean Connery's voice in there.
And shout out to Bane Cat.
Oh, yeah. My second favorite cat on the internet.
Second favorite to that Oliver Taco.
I like how you start like, Oliver.
We have to be careful. He's a very powerful entity on the internet right now. We don't
Yes.
want to rub him the wrong way.
I don't want to rub any.
Okay. Real quick before the show ends.
All right, guys.
Did anybody see the Trump Your Cat thing?
No.
Where they take a cat and you brush his hair out and you put it on its head like a toupee, to look like Donald Trump.
No.
It is hilarious. Look this up. Trump Your Cat.
So that's what we're doing with cats now. We're not shoving their fucking faces in bread anymore. We're putting their disgusting hair on their own
Go
heads.
up and drop ceilings.
Yeah.
We got to do something with cats. It's the internet.
Yeah.
Cats handle themselves. It's like,
Cats handle themselves. They're fairly independent.
they are. You could leave for a week, come back, everything's fine. They find their own food. Well, then, I guess that's going to end.
God damn, this is so fucking stupid.
Let me see real quick before we end it. What the fuck?
That one looked like he has shit on his
Guess
head.
we know what we're doing with Mr. Miyagi tonight.
You know,
This cat is
all
pissed.
of the advancements in technology,
That's the best one.
all the advancements in
Yes.
technology,
That's like the Don King of
all
cats
the
right there.
painstaking hours and years it took to get the internet going, and this is what we do with it.
Yeah.
Here's my cat. Bye, cat.
Some people want to see cats have wigs.
Yeah.
I guess. Sorry. I guess that was the 50-year-old in me coming out. I don't know.
Damn this internet.
Nothing but cats with toupees. That's all it is.
When I was young, your cat was your sorbet.
Back in my day, when you looked up inbred cats, it was in the damn Encyclopedia Britannica. And it wasn't what you thought. Well, let's tell everybody where they can find us.
Popular one.
You can find us on iTunes, where you can get your episodes sent directly to your device of choice every Monday and Friday. Yeah. You can also find us at grindcast.libsyn.com.
Yeah.
You can also find us at grindedword.com.
Yeah.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
Podcast Source.
Yeah.
We're on the YouTube.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to type the word "the." Just type YouTube. We'll get you there.
Now I want to know where it gets you with
On Facebook.
They just fast.
We're also on Facebook where you can go like, subscribe, comment, send request topics our way. If you want me to talk about cats more, we still can do that. We have more stuff we can talk about with cats.
Yeah.
You can find me in my bedroom.
Hashtag handsome.
Oh, man.
Handsome sheets.
Pause.
There it went. I lost it now.
Take that completely out of context. What? I lost it now. Hashtag handsome sheets. There it went.
Hashtag heterocast.
Did I miss any?
I think you got them all.
All right.
I think I also type them. I think by now everybody
And
knows
folks,
where to
don't
get
forget about the contest.
Time is running out.
Loot Crate, $25 movie theater gift certificate.
For free.
For free.
Double free. Free?
Free.
Oh, that's why you're the best. All right. Well, that wraps up this episode of Grindcast. Until next time, guys, thank you all very much for listening. I always...
Sometimes they watch. Sometimes they watch.
That's true. Okay. Damn, dude. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys next time. God damn it.